Your question, member from Algoma, Manitoulin.
Morning, Speaker. My question is to the Premier this morning. Premier, the member from Sault Ste. Marie continues to publicly raise 1,000 reasons why the province can't do anything but watch the steel industry in his community and its good-paying jobs dry up and blow away. But the Mayor and Council have asked this Premier and this government to act now to avoid SR Algoma Steel's operations from going down the exact same road as has happened in Hamilton and the U.S. Steel Stelco's operation.
Order.
The Premier met with Chinese officials. She's met with the owners of SR Steel overseas. Will the Premier meet with the Mayor of a city in her province who is looking for help for thousands of members in his community?
Thank you.
Speaker, thank you, and I appreciate the question, and I just want to say that there is nobody who is working harder to make sure that the steel industry in Ontario is healthy than the member for Sault Ste. Marie. Nobody. And, Mr. Speaker, I know that the people of Sault Ste. Marie know that. I know that the steel industry in Ontario knows that. The member for Sault Ste. Marie is a fierce advocate for the steel industry, Mr. Speaker, and he will continue to look for solutions. And, Mr. Speaker, we have, as a government, we have a responsibility to look at the steel industry in Ontario in the context of the steel industry nationally and internationally, Mr. Speaker. That's exactly the point that the member for Sault Ste. Marie has made. And, Mr. Speaker, I will meet with anyone who is interested, who has some solutions to how we might resolve this issue.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Premier, nobody is listening to the question. Speaker, with 8,000 jobs tied to the mills and another 8,000 pensioners, the failure of the steel mills for the people of Sault Ste. Marie is not an option. The Mayor has asked the province to play a leading role in the restructuring process of SR Steel. Speaker, here's the question again. Does the Premier agree with her minister's comments? Is she prepared to meet with local municipal leaders, the unions, pensioners, creditors, and potential buyers to tell them that this province values steel manufacturing and sees a future for it in this province?
Question. Thank you.
Speaker, again, let me say that this issue is an issue that is a national issue and it's an international issue. I think it's page 128 of the federal budget. Page 128 of the federal budget actually commits to take actions that we have been calling on the federal government to take, Mr. Speaker. A recognition that the steel industry is critical to this country. It's critical to the supply chain of so many of the industries in Ontario. And, Mr. Speaker, we recognize that working in partnership with the federal government, there may be a solution to this. But, Mr. Speaker, one thing that is not going to work is talking down the steel industry in Ontario. Make sure, Mr. Speaker, make no mistake, we are going to do everything in our power to retain the steel industry in Ontario and support it in conjunction with the federal